Hello, nation. I'm Derek, and welcome to the channel. Here, you'll find everything you need to know about the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are once again in the eye of the NFL storm, but not for reasons anyone expected. This isn't just a team defending a title. It's a franchise recalibrating its identity, walking a tightrope between dynasty status and devastating disappointment. Every decision now carries weight. Every move is dissected. From a second-round pick that never delivered to a rising draft prospect who could transform the defense, and a trade rumor that might shake the AFC to its core, nothing is off the table. As Patrick Mahomes continues his reign and Andy Reid looks to sustain greatness, the 2025 offseason is shaping up to be one of the most consequential in recent memory. The front office is rewriting its playbook behind the scenes, and fans are bracing for a roller coaster. Stay locked in, because what happens next could change everything in Kansas City. First of all, I wanted to take a moment to ask for your help. If you like our videos, please consider giving us a like. It's a fantastic way to support us and keep our content going. Thank you for your support. When the Chiefs selected Skyy Moore with the 54th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, expectations skyrocketed. Chiefs Kingdom believed it had found its next breakout receiver, a speedster from Western Michigan ready to thrive in a Mahomes-led offense. But 3 seasons later, the dream hasn't materialized. Moore has suited up in 36 games. His stat sheet? 43 catches, 494 yards, and a lone touchdown. Those numbers barely register in an offense known for fireworks. And yet, there's that one moment. That Super Bowl 57 touchdown. That single play that cemented Moore into Kansas City lore, if only fleetingly. But football is a brutal business, and one flash of brilliance doesn't secure a long-term role. While some fans still hold out hope, others, along with respected analysts like Brian Sampson of KC Kingdom, believe the clock has run out. Sampson argues that Moore could still hold value as a project piece for another team, possibly a rebuild-ready franchise looking to unlock his untapped potential. The Chiefs, however, are unlikely to receive more than a conditional or late-round pick, if anything at all. Most signs point to a quiet exit, a cut this offseason, a free agent path forward for Moore, and a tough pill for Chiefs fans to swallow. Sometimes the gamble doesn't pay off. Moore's journey is a case study in the razor-thin margin between potential and production, especially when championship windows are so unforgiving. Kansas City has never shied away from bold draft choices, but 2025 may present its biggest fork in the road yet. The name rocketing up their board? Walter Nolan, the University of Mississippi wrecking ball, who's redefining the interior defensive line position. At 6 feet 4 inches and 290 pounds, Nolan is more than just a body in the trenches. He's a force of nature, a player who devours double teams, smothers running lanes, and collapses pockets with explosive power. Pairing him next to Chris Jones, already one of the NFL's most feared defenders, would give Kansas City an interior duo capable of wrecking any offensive line. Michael Middlehish-Schwartz of USA Today projects Nolan as a potential pick at number 31 overall. And while that might seem late for such talent, it reflects the deep, complex needs of this year's draft class. But for the Chiefs, this is about more than adding a great player. It's about ensuring that the spine of their defense remains elite for years to come. The front office's recent moves, like offloading Joe Thuney and adding Jalen Moore, signal a deeper shift. They're thinking beyond this season. They're preparing for the next chapter of the Mahomes era, one built on disruptive defense and sustained dominance. Missing out on Nolan could be a regret they never lived down. If the Chiefs want to keep dictating to opponents instead of reacting, this is their moment. Drafting Nolan isn't just smart, it might be essential. In the complex world of NFL roster management, every departure creates an opportunity, and the Chiefs are acutely aware of this dynamic. The loss of DeAndre Hopkins in free agency has left a palpable void in the offensive scheme, prompting the organization to explore avenues that might restore their dynamic playmaking ability. As the spotlight intensifies on retooling the receiving core, Kansas City is casting its net wide, considering bold trade scenarios to recapture the explosive potential that once defined their aerial attack. One trade target that has emerged as a subject of fervent discussion is Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver George Pickens. At just 24 years of age and nearing the final year of his contract, Pickens presents an intriguing prospect for the Chiefs. According to insights from Anthony Palacios of Last Word on Sports, Pickens' unique skill set, notably his capacity to overcome off-field distractions and his readiness to elevate his performance, aligns seamlessly with the Chiefs' offensive ambitions. In an environment where dynamic play is essential to the success of quarterback Patrick Mahomes, Pickens is seen as a potential catalyst who could inject a new level of explosiveness into the offense. Nevertheless, the situation surrounding Pickens is far from straightforward. His track record with the Steelers has been marred by bouts of inconsistency and behavioral challenges that have at times hindered his overall impact on the field. Furthermore, the scenario is complicated by Pittsburgh's recent strategic maneuvers. The acquisition of DK Metcalf, a marquee wide receiver, along with a substantial contract extension, highlights the Steelers' intention to shore up their receiving options internally. This move, while reinforcing the Steelers' lineup, casts a shadow over the possibility of a blockbuster trade that could see Pickens don a Chiefs uniform. For the Kansas City front office, the decision to pursue a trade for Pickens is a calculated risk. On one hand, integrating a young, talented receiver into a high-powered offense helmed by Mahomes could set the stage for the next explosive phase in the team's evolution. On the other, the uncertainties tied to his performance and the likelihood that Pittsburgh will cling tightly to their asset add layers of complexity to the equation. The narrative surrounding Pickens is one of potential versus pragmatism, a tale where the allure of game-changing talent is tempered by the practicalities of roster construction and contract dynamics. In the grander scheme of the Chiefs' strategy, the potential pursuit of George Pickens embodies a broader commitment to excellence. It is a reflection of the relentless drive to seize every opportunity that might propel the team to new heights, even when such opportunities come cloaked in uncertainty and risk. As the offseason unfolds, the dialogue around the trade will continue to evolve, serving as a vivid reminder that in the NFL, every decision has the power to redefine the future of a franchise. What do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Should the team move on from Skyy Moore, or does he deserve one more shot in red and gold? Is Walter Nolan the draft pick that could anchor the defense for the next decade? And would you roll the dice on a blockbuster trade for George Pickens? Or is that too risky for this roster? I want to know your analysis in the comments. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Join our community and get exclusive daily content. We prioritize keeping you up to date with all the latest happenings in Kansas City. See you soon.